In the news now, I cover an article that is not new, but it underscores what has been happening in Israel, and especially with regards to the people's freedom there. Last night, I shared a video from another fellow YouTuber that interviewed somebody from Israel that described what is happening in the country and how distraught she was with how people's freedoms are taken away. I shared another video where it shows that protests are taking place because of this, and many of these people actually share and confirm what I've said in my meetings with regards to Israel as a country, that out of the blue, the Israeli government has just gone and enforced tyranny on the people, and just short of forcing them to do certain things, they have gone and imposed and made it almost impossible and created second-hand citizens, made it impossible for people to just go to places where other people are allowed to go. And a lot of these people, because they are Orthodox Jews, remember what happened during the Holocaust. And they are saying that this is no different. And now it's the Israeli government themselves that's doing this. But if you come to my meetings, you'll understand where that government comes from, who they are controlled by, who controls Israel, whose sign is on their flag, and then you will understand why Israel was the country used to implement and test for them to be the guinea pig for this new, uh, passport for vaccines, the COVID-19, or what they call the COVID-19 vaccine. And as I cover this article, I will highlight a few of these things that concern me and should concern you and should concern the rest of the world. And I will show you some of the language that's been used that should be shocking to anyone that wants freedom, because they speak about the fact that these people can now move around where other citizens may not, that this is liberating, that this is liberation. People, it couldn't be further from the truth. And this is the way the world is going. And things are happening at a rapid pace. And I would urge you to please get involved in the solution in South Africa before we face this year. And it's on its way. Our president is already speaking about it. So don't think that it's only going to happen in Israel. They are particularly wanting to see how the Orthodox Jewish people, many who have been Holocaust survivors, how they are responding to this. And the response will determine how they roll this out throughout the world. And this is from The Guardian. And the headline of the article says Green Pass, how are COVID vaccine passports working for Israel? Now, you should think, why is this called a Green Pass? It's not just that there should be green energy, we should keep the earth green, but now the color they choose to say that you are safe and the other people are not is green. Our COVID vaccine passports working for Israel. This is the headline. And the subheading says, as hotels and gyms reopen in Israel, governments elsewhere are considering a similar certificate scheme, raising ethical concerns. It shouldn't raise ethical concerns. People should absolutely be up in arms because of what's happening. And then you see two senior citizens in a picture, and it says vaccinated seniors pose with their green passes at a concert in Yarkon Park in Tel Aviv. So they could go to the concert, other people cannot. So once again, a separation, exactly what happened during the Holocaust in Germany. As the UK and other governments consider whether to give COVID vaccinated people certificates that allow entry to bars, hotels, and swimming pools, one country, Israel, has already deployed its Green Pass. It was always going to be the place to do it. They have a small population, about 10 million people, and the Rothschilds own and run that country. And because of this, as well as their cronies, they could implement this there without asking questions. They don't actually care about the people. They've treated them like trash in the past. They shoved them into gulags, etc. I mean, I can carry on and on. If you watch my videos on the New World Order and the Rothschilds, then you will find the truth there. The state of 9 million, which has administered jabs to half its population, released an app a week ago that shows whether people have been fully inoculated against the coronavirus, or if they have presumed immunity after contracting the disease. So you are going to be separated from the rest of the people now. One lot here and one lot there. Think about what this means. Malls and museums have reopened for all, but Green Pass holders get exclusive access to gyms, hotels, theaters, and concerts. albeit with some limits. People, this is why I say if you do not believe in inclusivity, I want nothing to do with you. Nothing. You are the enemy. You are the problem. And you can leave my channel. You don't have to watch my videos. You can go and promote what you believe somewhere else. But here we believe in individual liberty and freedom to choose. Something that's been taken away from these people right here. Indoor dining in restaurants and bars are due to be included in the Green Pass scheme next week. So now they're going to expand the places where these Green Pass holders can go. Remember, this is in Israel. So while other countries are discussing this, including our country, because I know that these negotiations are currently happening with your church and your local store. Life has not gone back to normal, but it appears to be on its way. Street-side shops are reopening, hotels are accepting bookings, even live music is re-emerging from its long slumber. And while masks remain mandatory, many older people who have already been vaccinated have stopped wearing them outdoors. Armin Groenewald, the director of Hagershrim Hotel and Nature near the Sea of Galilee, said nearly all rooms are filled with green pass holders. This is the key. Other people are not included. They are only including green pass holders, and this will happen in churches in this country and at large corporations in the country. Watch this space. People are looking happy and liberated. This is what he's saying. But it is not like pre-pandemic days, he added, and some COVID rules remain in place. Now, I don't want to labor this point. You know, in the past, when I said that a COVID vaccine is coming, a COVID pass, and a COVID related application that will give you your passport, the fact that you have immunity according to them, and the fact that you've been tested, I was said that I'm spreading fake news by Facebook. Luckily, not YouTube. YouTube has been good to me so far. So just remember that when there is smoke, there is often a fire. And it's for you to find that fire. Okay. It's not always the case. But most of the time when there's smoke, there is a fire. It's your job to find that fire and see if the fire exists and then do something about extinguishing it. Guests who have attempted to drink coffee in the lobby were told by staff to go outside as there are limits on how many people can be indoors. So there's still limitations being imposed. We know this is happening around the world. But the main thing here is that the people are told that you are liberated if you have this pass. If you have this pass in your hand, you are liberated. And remember, the link to this article is in the description below this video. If you have not subscribed yet to this channel, subscribe if you believe in freedom and individual liberty. If not, please leave. And if you want notifications for new videos, click the bell icon. I really want to thank the people that understand this global threat that we are facing. This is not an Israeli threat. They just roll it out rapidly. And the people that have been to my WOD's meetings will understand why Israel are sitting ducks. All the people in Israel are sitting ducks. They are beholden to the Rothschilds and their plans, and has been for centuries. Think about this. Where did Israel come from? Who started the foundations of Israel? Who gave their approval? You will see that the Balfour Agreement was addressed to Sir de Rothschild, not to a government or any other entity. Go and study your history and you will understand what has actually happened in the world, not what the mainstream media tells you, and then do some investigation. You can attend one of my meetings. You can ask me questions. You can contact me on my number, which is in the description below the video. And once again, thank you to everyone that's making it possible for me to put out these videos. I'll be doing a lot more of them. Thank you for all the contributions towards WODs. And that makes our touring possible around the country. And I really want to thank you for that. Durban, thank you for the huge attendance at the meetings. And I see you tonight at the follow-up meeting. That's really exciting. I will be doing more videos today as I've been able to find the time to do that, and it's been really wonderful, and I look forward to putting out at least 1 to 2 videos every day from now on. Thank you very much. Till the next video.